my name is Lainey, in case you didn't know, and on this channel I post a lot of Lolita and cosplay content. I'm trying to post twice a week, fingers crossed it'll actually happen because I can't film at my dorm in college and I can only film when I'm home for breaks. Anyways, if you like what I post here, turn on your notifications, or you can also check out my Instagram and my TikTok for daily cosplay and Lolita content. And without further ado, let's get started. Today's video is going to be a guide to beginning Lolita. As you know, I started Lolita in 2014 in 8th grade, or at the end of 8th grade or whatever, and I did not take it seriously at all, and I pushed it aside, started doing cosplay really seriously, going ham at that. And just recently, like, I guess about a year ago, I started taking Lolita a lot more seriously, and I started wanting to put together real Lolita coords, and I started doing a whole bunch of research, and there are like a few things that just you can't find as easily if you're a beginner that I really wish I knew about, so I thought I would make a little beginner's guide. So first off, we're going to start with terminology, where if you're new, this can be really overwhelming to hear all of these abbreviations. For someone like me, I don't understand abbreviations. They're really, really hard for me. Even super basic ones like OTL took me like 4 years to figure out what that was. TDLR, I still have no clue what that stands for, and I don't really understand what it's used for, but there's so many different abbreviations. Those are just general ones. So let's hop into it. So first we're going to start off with terminology, and there are 3 different styles of dresses that you can get. The first one you should probably know is the difference between a JSK and an OP. What I'm wearing right now is a JSK, and it's just the basic dress. You need to wear a blouse underneath it, otherwise you will have exposed shoulders and collarbones, which go against one of the rules of fashion. An OP is a one piece. It is just one dress with like sleeves on it, short sleeve or long sleeve. You don't need to worry about a blouse with a one piece. With a JSK, you do need a blouse to go underneath it. OPs are also typically a little bit more expensive because you don't need a blouse to go with them. OPs are quite harder to style though. When you have a JSK, a jumper skirt such as this, I can switch out this blouse to any other color that I want. Whereas a one piece, you don't have that option. There's also, I don't know how to pronounce it, I can't speak things, I'm terrible at speaking, but basically salopettes look like pinafore dresses, that's how I think of them anyways, where you also need to wear a blouse under them. Next up are different types of tights. As you know, you need something on your legs too, you can't have bare legs and sandals, but you can wear like little ankle socks with them, or you can wear OTKs over the knees. Then there's also tights, yeah, printed tights. Next up we're gonna say SS is shopping service. When you order from Taobao, which is like the foreign eBay I guess, where you can just get stuff a lot cheaper, you have to use a shopping service in SS because you can't order directly off the site from America. Ita is something literally coming from the Japanese word that means like it hurts, but Ita is something that's like a lace monster. A lace monster is something with a bunch of lace that's like cheap, doesn't match or whatever, but it just like hurts your eyes to look at, where it's just not good. It looks very unclassy, very tacky, clashing. It's just not a good cord. And then I think the last one that's important, I guess, is OTT, meaning over the top. When you pull out all the big stops, what is it? I forget what the phrase is, but OTT, over the top, is like what it sounds like. You have all the accessories, all the little hair clips, rings, whatever. You're taking out every single stop. You're bringing it to the next level. It is not casual in the slightest. It is attention grabby. It is expensive, all of your effort, all of that. And those are like the basic acronyms, I guess. So say you want to start in Lolita fashion, where do you go for this? I get asked this a lot. The only thing I can say is do not go to Amazon, do not go to Wish, do not go to like AliExpress. You can find some Taobao brands on AliExpress, but if you see a Lolita dress that is like $14 and $5 shipping, do not buy it. It is probably a replica. And also replica dresses are horrible quality. They're cheaply made. They're not made with the same precision and care that a real dress is made with. Thankfully, I do not own any replicas, but I've almost fallen into the trap. But the main way to tell if something is a replica is the price point. If you are on Wish and you see a dress and it says, Cosplay Lolita, sexy dress, $24.99, $5 shipping, that's not it. Sometimes I'll also take pictures of the replica, and you can compare the replica to the real one, and you can see like, oh, it has different lace, it has different types of buttons, little small details. And if you get a replica dress, it won't have tags on it. It won't have your angelic pretty tag. It won't have your baby tag in it. It'll be tag free because they don't want you to know that it's a knockoff. There are places though that do sell real ones. For example, Lace Market is a second-hand market where you aren't allowed to sell replicas. Every once in a while they slip through, but overall you're not allowed to buy replicas. But Lace Market is a great place to start because it's all people who are very passionate about Lolita fashion. They're selling them for decent prices too, unless you're looking for like Cat's Tea Party. Yeah, it's a lot easier to buy it secondhand too because people keep these dresses in amazing condition. This one was a secondhand dress and it's gorgeous and perfect. It's also a gift, so thank you. I love it. I wear it all the time. Lace Market is such a good place to start, and you can also get brand dresses like Angelic Pretty, Alice and the Pirates, etc. for great prices. If you want to go to a reseller, they do mark up the prices quite a bit. Resellers would be like Devil Inspired or Clova Online or like My Lolita Dress. But if you buy from a reseller, there is going to be a huge price markup, so just keep that in mind. But that's where you should go to shop. Go to Lace Market or go to Taobao resellers if you aren't comfortable using a shopping service, SS. Because obviously it's going to be cheaper on shopping services because you're buying straight from Taobao, and I kind of touched on this before, but that is so hard for beginners and I don't recommend it. And so now that you have like your one piece, your OP, or your JSK with your blouse, your jumper skirt, and your blouse, you need to think about the other basics. A lot of people recommend that you actually start with the basics first. I don't know why I didn't do that. I just like big pieces first and I like adding on to those, which is terrible. Don't be like me. But now that you have this, we're gonna start looking at the basic components. The first thing you need is a petticoat. The petticoat gives you that classic Lolita shape. There are two different kinds of petticoats. A-line, which think of like a trapezoid or a triangle, and then you also have your beautiful cupcake shape or bell shape. They're both referring to the same thing, but it looks like the top of a cupcake. It goes out like an upside down U or like an lowercase n. It gives you that big poof. The main way to tell the difference between an A-line and a cupcake is that cupcake comes with gathered dresses, whereas A-lines are kind of in more panels. So if you look at how the skirt is actually formed, if it's gathered, it's probably a cupcake. If you do not see any gathers, probably an A-line. And I'm just gonna say like 90% of Lolita dresses are cupcakes, but if you have any questions, check out BSOLF. The typical length for a petticoat is it should be 3 to 5 centimeters shorter than your skirt. And that's just really easy to do. Just grab a tape measure, measure out what your Lolita dress is, and then buy a petticoat that's just a little bit shorter. There's many great places where you can buy petticoats from. If you go to the like Big Sisters of Lolita Facebook page, there are petticoat recommendations absolutely everywhere from a whole bunch of different stores and independent sellers. It's a great place to look. And then you also need something on your feet. You need over the knees, OTKs, tights, or you need like little ankle socks. And something really fun and a lot of Lolitas do is they do printed tights that like have a print on them that match their dress. Next up, we'll just go down the body going to shoes, I guess. For shoes, there's like different styles. You can get shoes as cheap as 20 bucks. Just remember to size up a whole size. I am a US size 9 and I sized up half a size for my first pair and they were too small. I could not get them on my feet. So I ended up ordering another pair in a size 10 and those fit wonderfully and they were like 20 bucks. They're cheap when you look at them up close, but from far away they look fine. If you're looking for like good quality shoes, my next pair is probably going to be from Cotton Candy Feet because they do accommodate for all sizes. But otherwise you can get so many different brands of shoes and they're are a lot of generic ones, but I would definitely recommend shopping around because you can always find them cheaper someplace else for the same exact product and the same exact quality because they're all from like similar distributors. As far as Lolita shoes go, you want to wear them with like nice Lolita aesthetic shoes, like a little bit of bows and a little bit of trims. You can wear them with heels or flats, but you just want to make sure it fits your cord aesthetic and it does have that little bit of like Lolita aesthetic with the bows and the lacy trims and all of that. You don't want like old Converse gym shoes. I mean, I guess you can wear gym shoes and I've seen some people do it really well, but typically you want to stay away from casual footwear and just go that extra mile. Next up, this one's kind of complicated, but we're going to talk about wrist accessories. You don't want your wrist to show. So I have a long sleeve blouse on, which means my wrists are covered. I don't really need wrist accessories. But if you have a short sleeve blouse on, you either need bracelets or you need wrist cuffs. Wrist cuffs are so cute, by the way. They're literally just these little things of like lace bands with little accessories on them maybe. They're adorable. They're made out of like elastic and lace. They're super simple to make, or you can buy them online for $10 to $15. If your wrists are showing, even if you have long sleeves but they're puffy, always wear wrist cuffs with them. It's just a Lolita rule where you don't want your wrists to show, and you can always get cute accessories too and bracelets and stack those on, especially for sweet cords. You see it a lot with sweet cords with the big chunky necklaces and the big rings and bracelets. You don't really need accessories. They aren't super important, but it does add a lot, and you do want to make sure that your wrists are covered. You can also get gloves, like lace gloves. Just be really careful and make sure they're high quality, because personally when I see lace gloves, I think of those like cheap dollar store gloves that you get when you're like 6 and playing dress up. But I have seen people who like pull off the glove look super nicely. And now we're going to talk about hair accessories. You always want hair accessories! For this one, I just have a simple beret. That's always my go-to, is a beret, because I love berets. They're so cute, they look so classy, and you can stick little bows on them and just dress them up. You can also get those rectangular headdresses, bonnets, you can get big bows, you can put your hair up in like little pigtails and put bows in it. You can do so many things with your head accessories. And you can also wear wigs too. You can do your natural hair, you can do wigs. I've seen Lolitas with the cutest short hair, or the cutest naturally curly hair. Be sure to have fun with it too. Make sure that it fits your cord aesthetic too, and you do have something on your head. Otherwise it looks very unbalanced. If you don't have a head accessory, your entire cord just looks a little bit off, and that's something that you can easily just toss on a matching beret or matching hair accessories to make sure that your cord just looks fantastic, mind-blowing. And again, like, you don't have to wear a wig like I am. I just hate my natural hair. There's so many Lolitas who use their natural hair and look stunning. So many Lolitas with short hair, with long hair, with colored hair. It's awesome too, and the community is really accepting of people of like different hairstyles, which is super awesome. And I guess the last thing I want to talk about is just cosplay and Lolita. As you know, cosplay is not Lolita. They're two separate things. Don't cross them over. Lolita is a fashion. It is not a costume. And it's really offensive to Lolitas when someone says, "I like your costume." Because you're not dressing up as a character. You're just dressing for you. It's just a fashion style aesthetic. And please don't take cosplay characters and put them in Lolitas. I'm guilty of doing this all the time when I was younger, and now I know how much it like actually hurts Lolitas and it hurts the reputation of the community. Just please keep in mind that this is a fashion, not a costume. Lolita is so cute, and I just wanted to make a little video sharing what I've learned researching it over the past year or so and actually digging into it. I'll probably make an updated version in a few years when I accumulate even more knowledge. And if you have any tips, or if I forgot to go over anything, please comment it down below. I'm still learning. I want to learn because I love this fashion and I want to give my cords justice. I have five dresses. I want to give them all equal love, all equal attention, and I'm still building on all of those cords. But all my other ones, I'm constantly building on it. I'm constantly getting new hair accessories, new blouses, new tights, new shoes. And it's just so exciting seeing your cords upgrade. So I hope this helps a little bit. If you ever have any questions, you can either DM me if you trust me, or I highly recommend going to the Big Sisters of Lolita Facebook page and asking any questions. They're so sweet there and they just want to help you. And if you don't know what a dress is, or if you see a dress online, you're scared it's a replica, always post it to What's This Dress for the Lolita fashion page on Facebook, and they're really helpful. They helped me a lot. Anyways, that's it. Once again, my name is Lainey. Thank you so much for visiting. I'm so happy you're here. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to post videos twice a week. Fingers crossed. Will it happen? Probably not. And check out my Instagram and my TikTok for daily content. That's all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.